Hi, this is Mrs. Robertson, and today we are making the recording of my third period class, and we have some of Mrs. Coy's students as our guests. You may say hello.
Hi.
Nice job, kids. Thank you. So at this point, your assignment is to do the math boxes on page 56. In your math journal, page 56. We have already gone over how to do math box number 1, and let's just quickly review that. 8/9 minus 4/9 is 4/9. 2/15 plus 4/15 is 6/15. 8/8 or a 1 minus 5/8 is 3/8. And 9/10 plus 3/10 plus 1/10 is 1 3/10, because we already discovered that that's the same thing as 13/10. Now, if you are just watching the video for the first time, put it on pause and finish doing the rest of your math boxes, and then unpause it to check your answers. Welcome back. Now we are going to go over how to get the answers for these problems. Here we go, kids. So in this one, it says estimate the product. That means you don't have to have exact answers. And it wants you to include a number sentence to show how you get your answer. So you're going to round the numbers so that they're friendly numbers. 34 is closer to 30 than it is to 40. So I'm going to say 30 times 99 is almost 100. So you should have 30 times 100 written on your paper. And 30 times 100 is 3,000. Now let's look at the next problem. 208 is closer to 200 than it is to 300. So I'm going to write down 200 times 615 is going to be closer to 600 than 700. 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. And 2 times 6 is 12. 120,000. Any questions? All right, now let's go to the next problem. Here we have 785. That's going to round to 800. Times 340 is closer to 300. Again, put down your zeros. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros at the end. And 3 times 8 is 24. You end up with the answer 240,000. Make sure you have these correct. Are there any questions?
No.
Let's go to math box number 3. In this math box, we're going to plot points. This is what you did on your test last week, so I'm sure you're quite good at doing these problems. Here we go. For letter A, you always start anytime you're plotting points at the origin, which is 0, 0. The first number in the ordered pair tells you to go right or left. It's positive, so you're going to go right 4. The second number tells you to go up or down. It's positive, so you're going to go up 5. So here we go. Right 4, up 5. Put your dot there with the capital letter A. Does everyone have that?
Yes.
Let's go to the next one. In letter B, we have -3. -3 means you're going to go left 3, positive 6, up 6. Start at the origin. Go left 3, up 6. Put your dot and letter B. Let's do letter C. Right 2, down 2. Go right 2, down 2. And there's letter C. It's in quadrant 4. Remember, this is quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's go to letter D. On letter D, we just stay. We don't move, but you're going to go up 4. So stay at the origin, go up 4, put your dot. D is on the y-axis. Any questions? Letter E. In letter E, you're going to go left 6 and down 3. Start at the origin, left 6, down 3. And that is letter E. Our last one, oh, and that's in quadrant 3, isn't it? Very nice. F. You're going to go right 1 and then you stay. You don't move. Right 1, put your dot on it. That is letter F. It is on the x-axis. Are there any questions? Everyone have these? Okay, let's put a happy face down here in number 4. We're not going to do that. If you were good and you got these all done, you can give yourself a happy face. And then we're going to go to page 53. So let's go back now to page 53. And what we have here is a word problem where you're going to find the greatest common factor. Okay? Now, factors are numbers that you put together to get an answer. And they are numbers that you multiply together to get a product. So it says, the Parents Association wants to assemble identical packages of pens and pencils for 6th graders. They have a supply of 40 pens and 60 pencils. They want to make as many packages as possible using all the pens and pencils. How many packages can they make? You're going to find the greatest common factor of 40 and 60. What does it mean? What's the largest number that you can think of that can divide a 40 and a 60? What's the largest number you can think of? 70? No, it's going to be, keep our water bottles over on the table, please. It's got to be smaller than the largest number, okay? No, it's going to be smaller than 40. It's going to be 20. 20 can divide 40 and 20 can divide 60. So we're going to put 20, okay? And on that, when you have 20, 40 divided by 20 is 2. So they're going to have 2 pencils. And 60 divided by 20 is 3. 3 pencils. So you're going to have 2 pens and 3 pencils in each group. Now it goes on to problem number 2. Now, kids, we need to figure out a spot to take notes here. So go to the bottom, down here where it says try this, and we're going to do what is called the rainbow common factors. So it makes little arches. So we're going to find the factors of 30 and 75 in letter A. So down here, you're going to write down 30 and we're going to write down 75. And we are going to list all the factors of 30 and 75. That is correct. You start with 1 times 30. You put the 30 at the other end. Then you look at the next number. Will 2 divide 30? Yes. So you put down a 2 times 15 is 30. Put down your 15. Will 3 divide 30? 10 times. Put down a 10. And the reason they sometimes refer to this as the rainbow, because if you make your little arcs, yeah. Will 4 divide 30? No. Will 5 divide 30? Yes. 6 times. Those are your factors. Is there any number in between 5 and 6? No. Now we're going to do the same thing with 75. Will 1 divide 75? Yes, 1 divides everything. Now, 2 will not divide 75 because in order for 2 to divide it, it has to end in an even number. The even numbers are even numbers. That's a symbol for numbers. They end in 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. So if the last digit is a 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8, it's even. And if it's even, 2 divides the number. All right, so this is a 5. 2 will not divide the 5. 3. Now the rule to see if 3 divides a number is this. You add the numbers together. What's 7 plus 5?
8.
It's 12. Will 3 divide 12? Yes, it will. So 3 will divide this. So the rule for 3 is you add them together. 12. 3 divides 12. 3 times 25. If you have 3 quarters, you have 75 cents. 4 will not divide it because it doesn't divide anything that ends in a 5. 5 will divide it. 5 goes into 75 15 times.
Why put 4?
I didn't mean to. Thank you. Then 6 won't divide it. 7, 8, 9. There's nothing else that will divide that. So those are the factors. Now, we find the one that they have alike, the largest one. They both have a 1. They both have a 3. They both have a 5. And they both have a 15. What's the greatest common factor? Right. So the greatest common factor is 15. So for letter A, it's 15. All right, and that is referred to as the rainbow way. Now, for letter B, we're going to do it the grid method. So everyone turn the page, and we're going to look at how to do the grid method.
Can we just get a lead paper?
Huh?
Yeah, okay. Can I take a pencil from up here?
Yes. Yeah.
I have a friend using a marker and that's not fair.
All right. Now, this is how we do the grid method. All right. In the grid method, let's look and see if we can discover the pattern. In this problem, kids, I'm recording this. In the problem, what they do is they list the two numbers here. Is there a number that will divide 42 and 30? Yes.
Yes.
What is it? A 2. 2 times 21 is 42, and 2 times 15 is 30. Then you look at 21 and 15. Is there a number that will divide 21 and 15?
3.
Yes, it's 3. 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 5 is 15. Then the numbers that are on this side, you multiply together. 2 times 3 is 6, and 6 is the greatest common factor. Now let's do that for number 1. Okay, kids, let's draw. It's sort of like a tic-tac-toe. Sometimes you have to make it longer because a number might have a lot of factors. Okay, now in the box here, the middle box on the top, you're going to put 32. And in the other box, we're going to put 36. All right. What will divide a 32 and a 36?
8.
8 won't divide 36, but that's a nice try. Yes. 4. So let's put a 4 here. 4 times 8 is 32. So under the 32, put an 8. 4 times 9 is 36. Is there anything that can divide an 8 or a 9? Thank you very much. No. So we don't have anything. So the answer is what? 4. Our greatest common factor is 4. There wasn't another number. Let's say you would have chosen 2. You would have had 2, and then you would have had 16 and 18, and then you do a 2 again because 2 divides 16 and 18. Okay, let's go to 2A and do the same thing in 2A. Again, we're on page 54.
Oh, I did it wrong.
All right, we're going to do it the grid method. Put a 30 and a 45. What will divide 30 and 45? Yes, 5. 5 times 6, 5 times 9. Okay, look at the 6 and the 9. Is there a number that can divide 6 and 9? Yes, 3. 3 divides 6 2 times. 3 divides 9 3 times. Is there anything that divides a 2 and a 3? No. So the answer is 5 times 3. What's 5 times 3? 15 is your greatest common factor.
Number 2 on 54.
Now, I'm going to walk around the room and check to see if you can do the next one by yourself. Set up your tic-tac-toe. 36, 48. We're going to put it on pause. Now let's look at what you should have gotten for your answer in this one. There are several ways of doing it, but you'll still get the same answer. I'm going to start off with 4. 4 times 9 is 36, and 4 times 12 is 48. If you started off with a 2, you'll have 18 and 24 here. Now, what will divide a 9 and a 12? Yes, a 3. 3 times 3 is 9, and 3 times 4 is 12. Is there a number that will divide a 3 and a 4? No. So multiply these two together. 4 times 3 is 12, and that is your greatest common factor.
I gave you 1.
12.
You can multiply by 1. Yes, you're right, but we don't use that 1. Does that make sense? You have to be able to find something that other than multiplying by 1.
All right. Any questions on that? Okay, now kids, we have a lot of pages to cover, so we're not doing everything on each page. Now let's go to page 55. Page 55. Using greatest common factor to solve problems. Kids, you can use greatest common factor to simplify fractions. Here you have a 12 and an 18. So we're going to put a 12 here and an 18 here. What's the largest number that will divide a 12 and an 18? Well, let's do the rainbow, 12 and 18, or I'm just going to list the factors. 1 times 12, 2 times 6, 3 times 4. Now let's list the factors of 18. 1 times 18, 2 times 9, 3 times 6. They both have a 1, they both have a 2, a 3, and a 6. So, what's the greatest common factor of 12 and 18? Put a 6. Now, over here, you're going to do 12 divided by 6 and 18 divided by 6. And that's going to simplify and give you a simplified or a reduced fraction. 12 divided by 6 is 2. 18 divided by 6 is 3. 12/18 is the same thing as 2/3. It's just called renaming your fractions. Now, sometimes kids are really good and they can look at it and tell you what the greatest common factor is after you've done this for a while. The next one, 24 and 72. Put a 24 in that blank, a 72. Which method do you want to do? Do you want to do the list the factors or the grid?
The grid.
So let's try to do the grid. Let's put a baby grid right here. Okay. We'll just put a small one. 24 and 72. What will divide a 24 and a 72? Yes. Ooh, you are good. You just go right to the big numbers. 8. Well, 8 times 3 is 24, And 8 times 9 is 72. Now, is there a number that can divide 3 and 9? 3. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. Nothing divides 1 and 3 but 1. So the answer, what's 8 times 3? That's your greatest common factor. So 24 divided by 24 is 1. 72 divided by 24 is 3. Any questions? Okay, and letter C, which way do you want to do this one? Okay, we're going to do that one like we did the first one. We're going to list 25, and we're going to list factors of 65. 1 times 25, and the only other way you can get it is 5 times 5. 1 times 65. 6 plus 5 is 11. Will 3 divide 11? No. 2 won't. 3, 4, 5 will. 5 goes into 65. 13. Okay. So they both have a 1. And they both have a 5. So what's the greatest common factor going to be? 5. So put down 25, 65. And 25 divided by 5 is 5. 65 divided by 5 is 13. So 5/13 is the same thing as 25 over 65. Now, what we're going to do next, no, we have a few other things to do. I'm going to give you your homework sheet. Listen carefully. I think we can be a little more quiet. Now, this is the plan. Listen carefully. Mrs. Robertson's class, you're only going to do the home links to 1. On the back, we will be doing this tomorrow. We don't have enough time to do the greatest common factor, so we're going to save this for Tuesday, so do not do that for homework. This is the third way to do greatest common factor. It's with factor trees. Now, which problems do I want you to do? Do not do letter D. In fact, if we have time, we might do letter D. I'm going to give you a star for letter D. You can explain if you're going to use grid or the rainbow thing. That's all you have to do for number 2. Number 3, do that one any way you want to. Number 4, find the greatest common factor. That's all you have to do for number 4. Greatest common factor, do A and B. Number 5, how a set of numbers can have a greatest common factor. On number 5, I'll give you the answer to that one tomorrow.
Yay.
Number 6, we'll put a star beside. That one's a little hard. And then try to do 7 and 8. That'll be your homework for tonight. We're going to start on it now.